違えたんだ多分だから一度外してそれじゃ解決しない事実は小説より気になりどうしたらいいんだこんな難しい質問だとは予測
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another review by Ryan. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, September 7th, and I hope you all are doing well wherever you're at in the world at the time you find this reaction. Just wrapped up my deep dive and reaction to Made in Abyss, and I have now moved on to a much lighter show than Made in Abyss, which is always a joy. But in this reaction, we'll be reacting to the 10th episode of My Stepmom's Daughter Is My Ex. The title of today's episode is The Former Couple Doesn't Know How to Act. Aren't you two acting a little awkward? So, like I said at the end of my last video, my pre-thoughts here before we start today's episode pretty much are a repeat of what I said at the end of last episode, which is I feel this show has done a really good job of executing the basic, typical dramas of a middle school relationship. That is really what it comes down to. A lot of you were really upset last week with Yumi, and particularly because she accused him of cheating because of her own misunderstanding, which she went back to her room, sulked, and realized that she was in the wrong for. And I defended Yumi a little bit. I defended both of them. I said that a lack of communication, along with childish statements and misunderstandings on both levels, resulted in the situation that caused their relationship to fall apart. What I didn't truly realize is, and I should have realized because it is a sensitive subject, is that, you know, the accusation of being a cheater is something that is very serious. It can have very serious implications, and it can ruin someone's image, even when you're going through school. However, because of the year and the time that they had their relationship compared to even now, being that I just learned it actually has not been that long since they were together. Apparently, from the time of them separating to the time of them starting high school, it had only been a few weeks. So they had actually only been single for a few weeks from each other at the time that they were forced to rekindle. So now I completely understand why the emotions were as strong as they were. And if you remember, you know, at the very start of this show, my man was ready to throw. He was ready. He was ready. He was ready to give it all up. He was ready for the sex. But putting that aside, I looked at last week's episode as typical issues that people in that age bracket go through. And while I would absolutely love to see, you know, if they do find a way to get through this, including the fact that they're now supposed to be siblings, if they do try to rekindle their love, what I truly would like to see is, you know, for her to be, you know, for them both to, you know, talk to each other about the things they didn't like and things that they can do better if they try to have another relationship. But above all, I would like to see him say something to her about that really wasn't cool. And really, if something like that, whether it happens or not, it's not going to really affect the rating that I have, but it will, but if anything, it will give me a half a point above what my current rating is for the show if that happens and if she acknowledges that she was wrong. Because yes, it is very wrong to accuse someone of cheating when you clearly know that's not what they were doing and you didn't even give them an opportunity to make their statement. And, you know, many of you were very, you know, triggered by that because he groveled. He got, you know, he bowed and he told her he was very apologetic for, you know, telling her about, you know, he didn't want to hear about her friends. He immediately acknowledged that that was wrong. He should not have done that. He made a commitment. He would apologize, and he executed that commitment. But unfortunately, Yume was a more emotional creature, and she did something incredibly regrettable, and it led ultimately to them not being a couple anymore. And it's just, this show has done a really good job of portraying the typical, as I would expect to be, middle school relationship with none of the bullshit or anything like that. Just complete complete wholesomeness when things are good, and then when things aren't good, because you're young, so you don't have the mental maturity and the experience of age to understand how to navigate these waters. You know, it just led to them both doing things that I'm pretty confident, even now that they're in high school, that, you know, they won't make the same mistakes with. And of course, we need to keep in mind they're still first years in high school, which means that they're going to make a lot of mistakes still. But it's just hopeful that since they did go through this experience in middle school, that they will become better people to each other, regardless of if they get back together or not, and that they'll use this experience, that if they don't and they move their separate ways, especially with the sibling situation that's present here, that whoever they do choose to be with at a future time, you know, hopefully they'll take these experiences and they'll learn from them and they'll be better people. So either way, I see nothing but positivity coming from the lessons that had to be learned. And I really enjoyed last week's episode. It told me that this story was going exactly how I expected it to. It's been no BS. It's been straightforward and to the point about what's going on. And I like it in a season where, not only an anime season, but in an anime year where we've had shows take big risks and those risks have not paid off. Sometimes it's nice to just go ahead, take a little bit of risk here and there, but keep to a straightforward and traditional story. Have likable characters because they're all likable. Everyone that's been present so far, including our side characters and Minami, they're all very likable. Especially Higashida. My goodness, she's absolutely lovable. And I feel that they've executed this very well. And while I completely respect the people who are upset with Yume, give her a little bit of slack because of the age bracket that she's in, being in middle school and the circumstances that are present. I truly do believe that she will grow. Yes, I know that it seems that her growing's taking a lot longer than him, and I think between the two, it's very clear that he's far more mature than she is. But I do believe Yume is a good person and that she will inevitably grow up, get through this phase, and she will be a better person, whether they get back together or not. So, before we start, just talking about the ratings for just a brief moment. So the show I think it was right at a 7 and it fell 0.02, so it's now at a 6.98 out of 10. It's still generally averaging a 7 out of 10, which is on par for shows like this via my anime list. But in the popularity rankings, the show does continue to be a top 10 contender, as it's been for a majority of the season, with on Anime Corner it being all the way in the number 4 spot, and then Anime Trending being in the number 9 spot. So regardless of your feelings of last episode and any other gripes that you may have, I still hope that to this stage in the game you are enjoying the show. We are slowly but surely approaching the end. After this episode, we have 2 more episodes, and there are, unlike many anime that I'm watching this season, there are no scheduled delays for the month of September for this show. So this show is scheduled to conclude its season finale on September 21st. So enough talk. Let's go ahead and jump right into the episode. Again, the title of today's episode is The Former Couple Doesn't Know How to Act. Aren't you two acting a little awkward? So let's go ahead and let me get my headphones plugged back up and get my sound turned on. Here we go. All right. And we will get this episode started in 3, 2, 1. Typhoon season. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and they'll have to take care of the house. Tell you, these typhoons be just coming and going like Virginia weather. For those who live in Virginia, you know exactly what I mean. And again, I keep saying Yume has not been faring well. Oh, is that a bug? Oh no! Oh no! A roach? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Bruh! That thing was just sitting there like, why greetings? The scary black skittery things. Ah! I ain't gonna lie. After my apartment fiasco that I had before I moved into this house, yeah, even I'm paranoid of roaches. I ain't gonna lie. Before I moved into this house, we had a big roach issue in the complex I was in, and the landlord refused to do anything about it. It was caused by another tenant that wasn't taking care of their unit, and I actually had the scare of my life happen. I was sleeping in the middle of the night and literally had a roach run across my bed and run across my face. Needless to say, I don't live there anymore after that happened, and now I live here, and I pay good money for Terminex to exterminate this house every couple of months. So, needless to say, I get her. And I didn't used to be paranoid of roaches, but after that experience at that apartment complex, yeah. So, I get her. That shit be traumatizing. Like, I really have gotten everything that I possibly could have wanted and expected out of this type of show. I'm not really upset about mostly anything that's happened. This isn't going to be a 10 show when it ends, but I'm going to rate this relatively favorably when it's all said and done. She is probably traumatized. Did she leave the room? Yeah, she refused to leave. Exactly. Yes, yes, yes! The lie detector determined that that was semi a lie. Alright, girl, don't you do that. Because you ain't make no moves either. You both was ready, but then again you won't. Oh. Yeah, see how wholesome things started off between you two. It was just such a shame. I ain't gonna lie, it is a complicated situation. It really is. Being how close it was to y'all becoming family like that. Girl, then he could have just left you and let you do what you. He could have just left you to do what you needed to do on your own. You would have just struggled. Oh no! Don't say that. Shoot, there ain't much to do in my city either. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, all right. Well, I guess regardless, it would still be awkward, even with siblings once they grow up, going out to help someone buy a swimsuit. So, yeah. Why do you think? Yeah, a poor disguise. An absolutely abysmal disguise. Not even helpful. We got to do better with these disguises in our favorite anime girls, because y'all be doing terrible with disguises. Nah. This is completely pointless. Really. Great, then you'll look the same. So you just be self-consciously doing stuff so that y'all can match up. Girl, you ain't lying to nobody. I feel you, my dude, because you about to struggle in a moment. Because she about to come out smoking hot probably, and you going to really struggle. I'm so sorry in advance for when she opens that. I mean, what else are we here for? I mean, you're the only one here. Yep. What'd I tell you? And he's done. He's done. And she knew exactly what she was doing. My dude. The struggle was real with my dude. Damn. He's like, in his head, like, yes, yes, yes! Bruh. You just realized my girl! Why wouldn't he look at you, my girl? Y'all are a mess. Yeah, and you did give her that nice compliment about how she looked good in it. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Oh, he absolutely did. And anyone in that situation would have absolutely done that. And you were also doing that. Yes, you are. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Yo, my girl be ready, bro. Y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess. A mess. Again, I've been saying she has not been doing well most of this show, if not this whole show. Bruh, I'm with the parents. Exactly. So freaking awkward. Bruh, this is the second time you said they look like a couple in this damn episode. What you trying to say? Dang, they probably mess around and support it. Yeah, I guess. Hey. Hey! Hey, my girl! My girl, and he's rubbing her head! Oh, man! He gonna shoot at you! I can't. Critical damage has been handed to me! You just losing right now. I'm sorry. Yes, she is. And it's so natural. And it's so natural. Bruh! I ain't gonna lie. They are super comfortable. Okay, I like how we jumped straight to marriage, but okay. I mean, they do kind of look like that. I ain't gonna lie, but... Outstanding. I see. Bruh. This angle and these animators know exactly what they're doing! Yeah, they're really niche. I'm sure. Oh, damn. Oh, 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 oh. He got sure like, excuse me? She's like, did you really? Yeah. Yeah. Whoa! Wow! You just said it out loud. Bruh, this girl he got. I mean, I love you so much. Why can't he do that? Why can't he do that? Why are you here? Good morning. Whoa! Clean his ears! This girl is literally top tier. Wow. I mean, it was kind of a weirdo thing, but you know my girl. Oh my goodness. I just really love her honesty. She absolutely adores this guy. Can we not do that? That's such a weird thing to do. Yeah, like weirdo. I love you, my girl, weirdo. Excuse me? I guess that should mean what does she mean by cleaning his ears? Like, if she's gonna lick his ears, I'm gonna tear an S. 100%. My girl is out here making moves. I mean, I do believe that you should wait and make sure that, they're aware you're going to do it before you do it. But, I mean, it is what it is. Oh, we know because you ain't been slick at no point during the second half of the episode. I was struggling for you, my girl, because I know you were ready. They love showing this girl's boobs, I swear. Whoa, a certain four-letter word. Whoa! Hey! This girl Higashe is making moves! Bruh, she is freaky, but I love her to death. Yes, you are. And no one's stupid. This is that you love that this just happened. Oh man. No, because then that will get her flustered. Oh, she was like, "Excuse me now." I mean, I kind of do, if I had to admit. Oh man, that was a blow. Her mom is a mess. And trust me, as you heard him say, he sees you the same way. I don't know what y'all are gonna do. Like, as I keep thinking we're getting closer and closer to either the family being bought, either like her mom and them being engaged in this, or us making a decisive decision, we go right back and then this happens and then we're right back to square one. But it's a different kind of square one. It's where it does match with the premise of the struggle of what's going on here. Higashira, again. My girl is just, wow. MVP of this episode, my goodness. Bro, I had this song on straight repeat like a night or two ago. Such a groovy song. Guys, another great episode, and another great episode of none other than Higashira, showing why she is really, really competing. Well, I already declared her my best girl after that whole segment that happened when she first was presented up to him rejecting her. And just once again, she has such a free-spirited vibe about her that isn't like, where she is always scheming and this and that, but she just seems like just a naturally really good person. She's obviously a great friend to have around, but she is not shying away from the fact that, she is deeply heads over heel for him. And I want to say this much. I think that Minami and Yume have no one but themselves to blame for this situation. I truly don't believe that she would have thought that deeply into feeling any type of attraction and affection like that until they kept pushing it and they kept pushing it and they kept pushing it, which led to a confession, which led to her being turned down. And again, I do believe that initially any feelings that she may have had was due to being pushed, but it is now very clear as day that she very clearly feels actual genuine emotion, whether she's being pushed and egged on or not. And she's just such a joy to see on screen. And again, I tell you, every character, all of our characters that have been present here in this show, for the few of them that have been present, have been really good characters to have around, and each one of them have played a certain role in this show, and it's just been such a blast to watch. I'm really, really, really enjoying this show. This was another really fun episode to watch, and I think that now that the last episode has set it very clear that it was due to basic middle school drama that they had to grow up and evolve from. My rating of the show is pretty much set where it's going to be, and again, as I said, I'm very confident that I'm going to have a favorable opinion when this season ends. Now, similar to other series I watched, like Higahiro from the other year, and stuff like that, it's very doubtful that a show like this will receive a second season. However, I say that, but we never know, because viewership, as you all know, how the studios in Japan basically base new seasons is completely based on viewership and Blu-ray sales. And even though I feel that we need to evolve away from Blu-ray sales, I understand that how we in the West are able to watch our favorite animes is very different from how it is for people in Japan. That's why you'll see when figures are released and streaming rights are released, that Japan is typically not included in that. So it's a really weird situation gauging how it is. This has been a very well-received show over in Japan, and it has incredibly high viewership, and on all the popularity boards, it's doing very well. And would I love to see a second season of this when it's all said and done? I absolutely would love to watch a second season of this. It's just been such a joy. Because I know that we are not going to really get a full resolution to any of the issues that are present before us in 2 episodes. We only got 2 episodes left, guys, and that's the end of the show, at least for this day and time, unless I go and read the manga, which it's very possible I might, since I know that it's going to be very hard for this show to receive a second season in a timely manner. Or I might be surprised, they might announce it for next year. Who knows? We've seen crazier things happen. But this was really nice, and you know, the conflict really has been brewing that they're going to have to address this once and for all, what they should do with their feelings. Now, I told you guys that I swing both ways. If we can figure out, which there really is no solution to this, but if we can try to figure something out from the family standpoint, the only real solution, if it's to make it less awkward, would be for the parents not to be together. But that is an unideal situation, because for their kids to be happy, that means that they themselves would have to give up on their love. You could then have what they both said, where lingering feelings have to be let go, and they need to embrace and enjoy that them becoming siblings like this has actually allowed them to have a newfound level of respect and camaraderie with each other that would not have originally existed. And if that happened, then the chances of him and Higashira actually being able to being able to formulate something where it's both, where both of the feelings are received by each other, then that could be another scenario. And then, of course, the scenario that would be the most controversial and the one that the community would go in on is the family accept the circumstances and allow them to have this forbidden relationship anyway. And with the way that the mom was talking about, it's possible that something like that might happen. Regardless of which of those things happen, I want to be very clear that this show will keep an 8 for me. It definitely will keep an 8 for me, because this, at least, because this is a different circumstance in my eyes than the situation that is currently present in a couple of cuckoos. And because I now know that it had only been a 2 to 3 week split before they actually became the family in time, and the timetable, things are kind of moving really fast, really quickly here, but also I don't think as much time has happened. It's one of those situations where I can see this happening. If something like this was to happen in the real world, we've actually had people who, families have merged, joined together, gone to family reunions. People have been couples with each other, didn't do ancestry tests or anything like that, and came to find out that they got married, had 3 kids, and oh my God, they were brother and sister. So, it's a complicating situation, and this show definitely presents something that the community is always going to be split on. And that's why for a show like this, I understand that it's going to sit around a 7 out of 10 on Mal. It's not really going to change in the universal rating, because just the concept, regardless of the circumstances that we've discussed in this show, the circumstances are going to be off-putting for a portion of the community. And in a situation like this, it's going to be more off-putting for the West than it's going to be the East. But regardless of that, I've greatly enjoyed this show. I understand that there are a lot of unique circumstances that are present here, and I just enjoy seeing everyone on screen. And once again, Higashira has proven why she came in right after Yume. And again, I love Yume, I really do. But Higashira, she's a whole nother level. And I absolutely adore the hell out of that girl. But with that said, that is my reaction to the 10th episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction and enjoyed the episode. If you did like the reaction, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. And if you want to be one of the first to be notified when a new reaction becomes available, hit the bell icon. So again, as I said at the start of the video, there are no announced delays. Cross your fingers that that's going to remain this way, which means that unfortunately in 14 days, this show will be ending. But I will see all of you guys next Wednesday for another episode of My Stepmom's Daughter Is My Ex, episode 11. And until that time, catch you later.